Did you know that over 1 million items are confiscated at airport security each year? But here's the thing, not all of those items end up in the trash. In fact, many of them are resold. Want to know what happens to your confiscated belongings? And what other TSA secrets they don't want you to know? Keep watching because we're revealing everything they try to keep hidden from travelers. From the moment an item is confiscated, it goes through a detailed process. Some items are destroyed, while others are auctioned off or donated. You might be surprised to learn that some of these items find new homes through government auctions or even charity donations. Stay tuned as we uncover the full journey of your confiscated belongings and reveal some surprising facts about the TSA's handling process. Airport security is something every traveler has to deal with, but have you ever wondered what's really going on behind the scenes? From the moment you step in line, TSA agents are not just scanning your bags. They're analyzing your behavior, reviewing your travel history, and even keeping tabs on your social media accounts. Sounds extreme, right? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on TSA secrets most passengers would never expect. We're talking about insider policies, hidden technologies, and yes, the secret blacklist of items that aren't even publicly disclosed. Whether you're a frequent flyer or an occasional traveler, this information could change the way you prepare for your next trip. Let's talk about the challenges passengers face going through airport security. We all dread the long lines, the random checks, and the anxiety of wondering whether we packed everything right. But what most people don't realize is that random screenings aren't as random as you might think. The TSA uses secret algorithms to flag certain passengers based on factors you wouldn't expect, like your travel history, one-way tickets, and even the way you book your flights. And don't think TSA PreCheck is your golden ticket. While it promises to speed up your journey through the checkpoint, you're not immune from extra checks. You might still get pulled aside for further inspection, and many travelers find that they still face delays despite paying for expedited service. Now, let's dig deeper into what's really happening at the checkpoint and why some passengers seem to breeze through while others are left waiting. The first thing to understand about airport security is that there's a lot more than just your bags being scanned. There are behavioral detection officers trained to monitor your every move, looking for signs of stress, nervousness, or deception. Behavioral officers are dressed differently, not in uniform, but plain clothes so you won't detect them. These officers are working quietly in the background, and they could be the reason you get flagged for a secondary check, even if your bags are totally clean. Then there's the technology. Those full-body scanners you walk through, they're not perfect. They can detect certain materials but struggle with thin plastics or chemicals. And here's the kicker. Sometimes, if the security line is too backed up, TSA agents might skip over unclear scans just to keep the line moving. This means dangerous items could occasionally slip through undetected. Shocking, right? But perhaps the most surprising aspect is the Quiet Skies program, a little-known TSA initiative that keeps tabs on passengers beyond the security checkpoint. That's right. Even after you've cleared security, they may continue monitoring your behavior, looking for anything unusual as you walk to your gate. This program targets passengers based on their travel patterns and other mysterious criteria. And no, they're not going to tell you if you're being watched. Gate checks can happen anytime. Many passengers think that once they've passed through the main security checkpoint, they're in the clear. However, TSA officers can set up gate checks near boarding areas for additional screenings at random. These checks can involve a full search of carry-ons and can delay boarding, causing travelers to panic at the last minute. Items are resold, not destroyed. Another secret? Confiscated items don't always get destroyed. In fact, many of those items, knives, tools, and even liquids, end up at government auctions, where they're sold off to the highest bidder. So, that pocket knife you forgot in your bag? Someone else might own it by now. And did you know your data is being tracked every time you fly? The TSA isn't just interested in what's in your bags. They're collecting information on where you fly, how often, and even which credit cards you use to book your flights. This data is shared across various agencies, from Homeland Security to local law enforcement. So, even if you've never done anything wrong, your travel habits could be quietly monitored by the government. Some agents are exempt from their own security measures. Not all TSA officers are subjected to the same intense security measures as regular passengers. In fact, many TSA employees are allowed to bypass some screening processes due to their roles. This has raised concerns about internal security loopholes, where potentially dangerous items could be smuggled through by insiders with access to restricted areas. TSA employees often aren't paid well. Despite the authority they have over passengers, many TSA employees start with relatively low pay, and job satisfaction within the agency is reportedly low. High turnover rates and limited training have been issues in the past, which means the person inspecting your bags might not be as experienced or invested as you'd like to believe. Here's the biggest secret. The TSA has a hidden blacklist of prohibited items that they don't publicly disclose. Sure, you know about the liquid restrictions and weapons, but did you know certain powders, specific types of batteries, and even some types of food could get you flagged without warning? They don't tell passengers about this list to avoid people trying to work around the rules. If you're flagged by the TSA's security systems or if you're traveling from a high-risk country, it's not just your bags they'll be checking. TSA and other border security agencies have been known to review social media profiles to determine whether passengers are a threat. So, a joke about terrorism or carrying suspicious items posted online even years ago can lead to more thorough questioning or detention. And if you think air marshals are rare, think again. These undercover officers are on far more flights than you'd expect, blending in with regular passengers. They're trained to deal with threats on the plane, but most travelers will never know they're there on the plane. These undercover officers blend in with regular passengers, and while you'll likely never know they're there, they're trained to take down potential threats in the air. Not every flight has one, but many more flights are monitored than passengers realize. Also, you may have noticed celebrities and high-profile figures often seem to skip the long security lines. It's not just your imagination. VIPs are often given special treatment and escorted through private areas to avoid the hassle of regular security checks. Meanwhile, the rest of us are stuck removing our shoes and emptying our water bottles. The no-fly list is not just for terrorists. While the no-fly list is mainly associated with people suspected of terrorism, individuals can also be placed on the list for other reasons, such as being involved in organized crime, having certain political ties, or even being accused of criminal activity. What's more, there's no easy way for a person to know they're on the list until they're denied boarding or flagged at an airport. Did you learn anything? So, what have we learned today? Airport security is about more than just scanning your bags. It's an intricate web of secret algorithms, behavioral detection, and hidden blacklists. The next time you're at the airport, remember that the TSA is watching more than just what's in your carry-on. And while it might seem like a routine process, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that passengers rarely see. From reselling confiscated items to tracking your social media, airport security is a lot more complex than most travelers realize. But now, you're armed with the knowledge to navigate it a little more smoothly. Now it's your turn. Have you ever had a strange experience going through airport security? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our other videos for more travel tips and secrets to make your journey smoother. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to watch our other videos on TSA secrets and travel hacks for more insider tips. Also check out the links in the description. Making a purchase will help support our channel. Thank you. Until then, safe travels.